Linda Harvey, who's the founder of Mission America, writes him at Meta here via Joe My God, the Joe My God blog out there.
Okay.
Has a history of saying the dumbest possible things you can imagine. And our patron says, even more than G.W. Bush? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a dated reference, because we have a better one now.
We have a much better one now.
She has said that homosexuality is a result of legal abortion. Disney's first openly gay character should have been molested first in order to be more realistic. You know, LeFou. And that her childhood Ouija board saved her from a homosexual Halloween. God, that sounds like fun. Let's go to the homosexual Halloween. Like, it's just, I hear the Smiths playing. I see the goth kids all.
I can see, like,
that would be
a dance routine where, like, women spread their legs and then other women go, bam, like, with their face. And they do, like, a body roll. It'd be super cute.
And see, her latest piece is about, God, I can't, this is just right up our alley, but I can't believe someone is this stupid or, you know, repressed. That's about the best way I think we can say about this lady. Harvey argues that straight people would never engage in oral or anal sex.
Well,
okay, you know what? I'm not straight.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
even before you know,
now we know what's missing from her life. So
even before you knew what you were, let's just put it that way. Before you knew what you were, you know, you still lusted after oral and possibly anal.
Yeah.
You know?
And before I knew it was bi, like I had a dick in my mouth before I had one in my pussy.
So
I mean,
she says here,
isn't that how most of it? That's normal, right?
We're not getting monetized on this video.
I don't know. Maybe we could. I don't know.
I hope so, because I just said something real filthy. Okay.
Yeah. And that just makes me think of the next T-shirt we need to make, where it's just hashtag "Dick is ubiquitous." Okay, so she says, let's not forget the deadly contribution of the LGBTQ advocates who demand inclusive sex ed, i.e. lessons that outline in detail how kids can engage in oral and anal sex, the sex practices of homosexuals, she said.
You're right. This B would like to include technique on oral and vaginal and anal sex.
That would be valuable.
I think it would be valuable. I think that would help contribute to what consent looks like. I think that would help contribute to what healthy sex relationships should look like. I think that would help kids a lot, because as wonderful as my first time was, the sex was terrible. Because
I think
we didn't know that foreplay was a requirement, and it took a second.
The first rule of sex ed should be porn is fantasy. That's what the first one should say. Is porn is fantasy.
We should talk about how, like, sex does not look like porn. It doesn't look like porn, and porn doesn't feel like sex. Like, those are performances. That's performances.
Yeah. So she says that these lessons often encourage masturbation. For guys, I can't speak for girls because I don't have a vagina, but I have a penis, and encouraging masturbation. Hey, let me finish my thought. Encouraging masturbation is good for boys because it will lessen the impact of prostate cancer potentially in the future, or prostate issues, I should say.
Yeah.
So anyway, what were you going to say, Felicia?
Okay, first of all, not only boys have penises and not only girls have vaginas.
Yep. I get that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. My bad.
Yep. Yeah, that was why I was trying to stop you. Like, wait. There's girls who have penises and boys who have vaginas.
I'm just speaking from my,
right.
For someone that owns a penis and uses it.
A penis haver, a testicle haver, in fact.
Yes.
Yes. Frequent masturbate or frequent ejaculation is going to be good for your testicular health, and it is regardless of gender. You should be excreting that a lot. And
it's also self-care. It's also you doing something for you, people.
That's where I was going next. Is as a vagina haver, masturbation is there's a lot of studies that for women, masturbation is an intensely important part of body ownership, of self-care, of relaxation.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a big part of mental health, which is experiencing joy.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the easiest ways to experience joy is masturbation. So, and that's a huge part of your body. And because of that, that can actually, and this is true of vagina havers and penis havers.
Yeah, I'm not monetizing this video.
No.
Nope, this one's super. But the truth is that,
and this one will get marked as mature, just because
it is.
I am sure.
Because
we
we live in this baby America where we can't talk about things like this. But
this is actually good stuff for like.
it's all basic. It's all very basic stuff.
Yeah, it's all very basic stuff.
Being able to masturbate, not only just the euphoria and the joy that it can cause, but also the side effects of body acceptance, body love, will reduce stress overall, will encourage healthy mental places. They will encourage self-acceptance. These are good things that happen because of masturbation, regardless of what bits you're working with. Right. Now, I've never seen a study that vagina havers can reduce cancer or anything. Like, there's no physical reason we need to orgasm in the orgasm itself. Unlike with penis havers, I'm just going to call
Let's just call it prostate owners. Let's do it that way.
Prostate owners can actually help reduce risks of cancer and stuff like that by orgasming frequently. With women, it's overall body health due to the long-term effects of stress and joy. And
well, let's not also forget, like, reduction in period cramps can happen if you masturbate, according to studies that I've seen. You know.
I can attest to that one. That helps. I mean, it's certainly not a cure, but I mean, whatever works. And it just makes you feel good. And it makes
there's no cure for the human condition besides a bullet to the head.
It's a very, very important thing. And, you know, by all means, don't feel bad if it's not actually a big part of your body.
Exactly. You know, we may have tossed a lot of jokes around in between each other about Mr. Trump's toe dick, but, you know, everybody's making a big deal out of, like, that's potentially body shaming kind of stuff. Possibly. We're not bringing it up on the show. We're not talking about it in particular. I'm just saying that out of a universally hated person, that doesn't necessarily make it okay.
It doesn't.
Bragged about his dick.
He's socially
conventional big dick. That's what's funny is that big dicks to women don't really fucking matter. Now, there's some women who prefer larger, and there's some women who prefer smaller. By and large, most of us are going to be able to enjoy most of us.
And every gentleman in the room, every person in the room that is a penis owner will tell you that the minute you have somebody talking about their dick, they don't have it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
so, and
that's what.
To get back to Harvey's argument here, where, like, straight people would never engage in oral and anal sex and all this stuff, and, you know, these lessons often encourage masturbation and pornography use. Okay, whatever. The thing is, Linda, unless you, okay, let me think of the best way to put this, since we're already outside of, you know, monetization possibilities or anything here. Who's going to know better how to tug a dick or to rub a pussy than somebody that owns one?
You know, that's a fair statement right there.
Well, I think that's our point.
Well, I'm just thinking of the haphazard, sloppy hand jobs that I've had in the past, where it's like, does that work for you? And I'm like, that's not really what works.
That's not,
Oh, you didn't, like, ever, like, date with, like, an experienced woman like me. I'm not saying I'm not offering.
Okay, to be completely honest, I married the second woman that ever touched that area down there. So, you know.
No, it's a lot of fun meeting somebody who's experienced.
Yeah, you can meet somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, virginity isn't sexy. Virginity isn't sexy.
Stop. Let's put the brakes on. Let's put the brakes on and let's bring it back to the end of this article so we can finish up here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought we were done. As usual, I finished early.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I had my mic off on that, and I'm really glad that I did, because it was really loud.
Linda Linda Harvey says that outright molestation isn't always the outcome of LGBTQ propaganda, but mental and moral corruption is. Still, the latest trend in comprehensive sexuality education, CSE, barrels onward with its latest demand. Pleasure as the new focus of sex education. What's wrong with teaching people that you can get a lot of pleasure out of, like, self-pleasure? You know, I don't...
There's nothing.
Well, not
I mean,
just
it's...
self, but pleasure in another human being.
Yeah.
A connection. Yeah. I mean...
Well,
I still talk to a guy, like, our entire relationship was, like, hooking up to fuck, and he's still, like, a friend of mine. We still text every once in a while. Okay, the thing is that sex is a beautiful and wonderful thing, even when you're not in love, even when it's just to feel good and to feel accepted for a moment. Now, there are ways for this to be problematic, for it to be self-harm, but those are going to be individual-based. But there are times when just feeling another person, experiencing your body, and sharing that with another person can be a basis of connection. And those are good things.
Those are very good things.
And we should be teaching young people about the benefits of consensual, happy sex and how to have happy, consensual sex.
Yeah, and the first step there is to set up an education program that does not make them feel ashamed about it.
Yeah, whatever sex comes in. Again, consensual is the big part there.
Yeah.
To bring it home, Hemant here says in the very end of his article, and he's always very good about concisely putting it all together here, and we'll make this the last word here. You shouldn't take sex advice from a virgin, and you definitely shouldn't learn about sex education from someone whose understanding of it is warped and ignorant.